Have you ever been interested in a foreclosure?
Well, today we have a real estate professional with us that's going to tell you all about it.
Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Crystal.
And I'm Brandon. Welcome to Monday Mortgage Matters.
Today we have Emily Stallings Brown with us.
Hey guys.
Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So I put out the word to lots of real estate professionals and just asked them to come on the show and talk about some topic that they were passionate about. Emily reached out and said, yeah, I'd like to talk about foreclosures. She's got lots of experience with this, so yeah.
I have listed and sold several hundreds of foreclosures over the past 17 years, and a lot of people are always looking for them, so I just wanted to take a little bit of time to give you guys some suggestions and hints when you get ready to buy a foreclosure.
Awesome. So let's dive right into it.
Number one, getting a deal.
Most people that are looking for foreclosures are looking to get an excellent deal because they've sat around and watched too much HGTV.
That's true.
That's so true. So people think they're going to get like, 25% of the market value.
Or they're going to get the house for half price.
Right. So that doesn't always happen, right?
No.
Right. So, a lot of times you can get a great deal, but you may have to put some work into it, which will kind of lead us to number two. The condition of the property is one thing you need to consider.
That's right. The condition of foreclosures vary greatly. I would say about 90 to 95% of the foreclosures need work, meaning they won't pass 100% USDA financing
Right.
or the typical FHA program. Most of the banks sell these properties as is, whereas majority of the banks, unless it's a local bank, have not stepped foot in these houses. The way they have viewed the houses is through the agent's photos and also through the inspector photos or through the appraiser's photos. So people need to keep in mind that they haven't viewed these homes. So they do know the condition, but it's based off of photos we have sent them. Most of the banks do not have any inspections completed on the houses, but they do allow you to have an inspection completed usually 10 days after a contract is accepted. So the biggest thing to know is most of them are sold as is where is, and most of them do not do any repairs.
Right. So, a lot of times in a typical transaction, you can ask the seller to, hey, fix this or fix that. You can negotiate some of that. But with a foreclosure, a lot of times they're like, you take it as you get it.
As is.
Very rarely have I had, them actually fix something. In rare occasions they have, but it is not the norm for sure. But which leads me to, we have some renovation products here through FHA and Fannie Mae or conventional loans, to where you can actually take those required repairs or maybe even the repairs that you want to do and roll that into one loan, and they will accept those types of
Yes.
contracts. So, because they know what needs to be done, they know it may have a foundation problem or it may have a roof issue, but all those types of repairs can be done with a renovation loan.
So is there any additional paperwork when it comes to a foreclosure? Or?
Yes, tons of paperwork.
Right. So that really leaves us to number three, which is the contract package. Just tell us about the difference between a foreclosure contract and like your typical.
The typical contract is about 6 pages. With Fannie Mae, you have to also do the 6-page Alabama contract, and then you have to do their 13-page addendum. Their addendum supersedes everything in our state contract, but we still have to do both. And then if you're buying a HUD, their package is probably 25 extra pages.
I remember it's like super long.
And it's basically screaming, you're buying this house as is where is what I tell everybody. But you do have the opportunity to do inspections and have the house checked out.
Right. So, and they're pretty hardcore about some closing dates too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that they will just extend a contract and extend a contract, and they
will
work with us
sure.
within reason, but they are big on end of month closings.
Yeah.
So they want a property closed out by the end of the month. So if you are getting the 203K loan and you have to get the repair list, you have to get to work on that immediately.
Yes.
Because that has caused us delays before.
Yeah, get your contractor, whoever's going to be working with you, involved very early in the process, and maybe even before you write an offer.
Yeah,
that way-
very good idea.
So you got to bid before you even go with it, so kind of know what you're dealing with.
That's very good idea. Very true.
So there's one more thing that we need to cover, and that's right of redemption.
That's right. So what right of redemption is, sort of in a nutshell, is that once a property is foreclosed on, that buyer or the lien holders or the buyer's heirs, like if the borrower has deceased, they have 1 year from the date of that foreclosure to redeem or buy back that property. So there's a new law that passed that if the mortgage was taken out after January 1st of 2017, only a 6-month
Yes.
period applies if it was their homestead property. Now, all that to say, for most cases right now, when you're watching this video probably, most of the foreclosures that happen are still going to be
Yeah.
up for that
'Cause
1
most
year.
people haven't been foreclosed on yet.
Right, yeah, from just taking out a mortgage last year, right?
Yeah.
So most of those are going to be 1 year. And what happens is, if it's in that 1 year right of redemption period, you just need to be aware of it and know what happens with title insurance and things like that. Now, we can do loans
Yeah.
on those types of homes all the time. We do them all the time. But you just need to know what that means.
The big thing to stress about a right of redemption, you can go in and do any necessary improvements to the house, meaning if there's a hole in the wall, the home needs a new roof, those things can be done within that time frame. And if the home was redeemed, you will get reimbursed for that. But paving the driveway, putting a swimming pool in, those are not necessary improvements.
Maybe changing to granite countertops. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to do something like that, wait till that right of redemption date is up, and then you can do everything you want after that.
right.
It's
No.
yours.
There you go.
So today was very informative, and we're so glad that you were here today to tell us about all this.
Thank
thank
y'all
you.
for having me.
Yes, it was awesome. And if you need us for anything, please give us a call at 256-734-6012 or visit us online at snydermortgageteam.com 24/7.
That's right, and we'll link Emily's information below in the comments. So if you need to reach out to her for anything or
Yep.
questions, feel
Yep.
free to do so.
Yep, just let me know.
Call her 24/7. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
They do. It's okay.
So I did want to say this for the real estate professionals who watch this. If you're an insurance agent or a home inspector or a realtor and would like to be on this show and talk about some awesome topic that can help consumers, please reach out to us or send us a message, and we'd love to have you on.
Have a great Monday and a great week.
Bye.
You did good.
Yes, she did.
Like a pro.
Thank
This
you
is
for
pretty
having
awesome.
us.
Yes. And if you need us for anything, I'm not holding the dog or anything. Sorry.
I forget this is recording. I have to stop. Flipper. Kidding.
Like that.
Hi. I do that every time. I don't know whose tissue this is. Okay, well, you touch it. I pray it's mine.
That's definitely a blooper.
Yeah.